Hari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Givaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Givaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Nana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Givaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Givaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Janarandana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Jayo Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe Jayo Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Gaur Premanande Jayam Vishnu Pad Paramaham Parirajakarya Stotra Satasya Divine Grace Abhay Charanavinde Si Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jayam Vishnu Pad Paramaham Parirajakarya Stotra Satasya Divine Grace Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai Jai Gaur Premanande all glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees, all glories, Sri Guru and Gauranga, all glories, Shri Prabhupada ki. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासां ततो जयमुदीरये। अष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। Hare Krishna. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 84, Text 31, 32, and 33. Okay, Text 31 will recite. Sankirshano atra mantrayayam andharanam karanayam gangiyam hitva yatha yambhas tatra yatro yati suddhaye. Sankarshino atra matrayam anandararam kararanam gangayam hitva yathanyambas tatatrayo yati suddhaye. Sankarshanayo atra mantrayam anadharam karanam Ganganam hitva yathavan yambas tatratrayo yati sudhaye. Listen. Sannikarshano atra mantranayam ananadaranam karanam Gangam hitva yatha yambas tatratrayo yati sudhaye. Sankarshanayo yatha mantra Anadarana karanam Gangayatvanam yathayambas Tatratra yati sudhaye. Okay. Sankarshanaro approximately Atra here in this world Antranayayam for mortals Anadaranam of discarded Karanam a cause Ganigam the water of the Ganges Hitvam living Yatha Yas Anayam other Abhanam to water Tatra Yatra one who lives near it Yati goes Sudhaye for purification. In this world, familiarity breeds contempt. For example, one who lives on the banks of the Ganges might travel to some other body of water to be purified. Text 32 and 33. The Lord, the Supreme Lord's awareness is never disturbed by time, by creation and destruction of the universe, by the changes in its own qualities, or by anything else. whether self caused or external. But although the consciousness of the personality of Godhead, who is the supreme one without a second, is never affected by the material distress, by the reactions of material work, or by constant flow of nature's modes. Ordinary persons nonetheless think that the Lord is covered by his own creation of prana and other material elements, just as one may think that the sun is covered by the clouds, snow, or an eclipse. Purport: things of this world are inevitably destroyed by one means or another. Time itself, because of eventual decay of every created being. A fruit, for instance, which may grow ripe but then must either rot or be eaten. Some things like lightning destroy themselves as soon as they are manifested, while others are destroyed suddenly by external agents as a clay pot is by hammer. Even in living bodies, the other things whose existence continues for some time, there is a constant flux of various qualities that are destroyed by and replaced by others. In contrast to all of this, the Supreme Personality of God's awareness is never disturbed by anything. Only out of ignorance could one imagine him to be an ordinary human being subjected to the material conditions. Mortal beings are covered by their enlightenment in fruitive activities and their consequent happiness and distress. But the Supreme Lord cannot be covered by what are the facts of his own expansion. Analogous, Analogously, the immense the sun is source of the relatively insignificant phenomenon of a cloud, snow, and eclipse, and so it cannot be covered by them. Although the ordinary observers may think that it is observe may think that it is. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Gnananjana Shalakaya चक्षुरुन्मितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टां स्थापितां येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कथमयं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादे पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. So here in the text 31, in this world, familiarity breeds contempt. For example, one who lives on the banks of the Ganges might travel to some other body of water to be purified. So here is the context where Vasudev, father of Lord Krishna, is asking sages a question: what is the best for action to counteract the reaction, in this material world? So sages in the Kurukshetra, imagine, they were all already questioned, asked by Lord Krishna, and they were about to leave. At that time, Vasudev, father of Lord Krishna, is asking them a question. So, what is how to counteract the reactions of this material world? In one sense, you see this, it's a question for all the human beings, like general people, and also the another thing is that Lord is right there. He is his son, Vasudev's son. Still, he is asking. Understand that. Try to understand this verse. You have already Ganges living nearby, and you go somewhere else to take bath. You think that this is going to be purified, correct? When in India, when you ask somebody, you have already Ganges living by nearby, few steps away, like a half mile or a 1 mile or within 500 meters, like we have Michigan Lake. That much close you are living, and you ask them, you are very fortunate. You are living nearby Ganges. You must be taking everyday bath. Then he said, no. Why we should take everyday bath? It is nearby, and anyways, in our tap the Ganges water only comes. Why we should go there and take bath? They give these kind of answers, but they don't go there. And also another disadvantage is, you are staying nearby the Ganges, and you think that this is less it will give you less purification. You go some other, travel 2 days, 3 days far away, and take shower, bath there, thinking that that is going to be more purified than the Ganges. So that is the illusion. So here Narada is saying to the Vasudeva that you have your son, Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead, and your life is already perfected. You don't have to do anything, because getting a son as a Lord Krishna as a son, it is understood that person must have done many, many lifetimes of austerity, tapasya, and he has done all kinds of pious activities. Then only he got the Lord Krishna as his son. Still, Vasudeva is asking what is a good for all. See, so that is why familiarity breeds contempt. When you get a familiar, you don't understand what you are getting, and feels like ordinary thing. Okay, every day chanting, hearing, and reading, and attending program. It is normal. It doesn't purify. But people outside who are not getting these things, ask them what is they are missing. They have money, they have opulent, they have power, everything they have, but they are not satisfied in their heart, and not solace in their heart, because the one thing is missing link is Krishna consciousness. They may be powerful, they may be an influencer speaker, they may be an influencer for the whole state, a nation, world, but they don't have this Krishna consciousness. So that's why we should be very careful enough when you are dealing. I imagine a person who was not getting these things, if he suddenly gets, and how preciously he will look for these items, these bhakti elements. Sometimes we also familiarity breeds contempt means, okay, we will take it as a granted. Every day we get Mangalati, or every day we get a Bhagavatam class, or every day we get a Guru Puja, or every day we get a Prasadam. You know, these things familiar, oh, it is nothing much deal. But if you separate from these items, you are nothing. And you will end up doing all kind of activities which is miserable. You end up doing all kinds of things that is leads to miserable and reactions. But we are saved by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and our spiritual master. They have given us these things. We should be not be familiar. Like for example, you are associating with a spiritual master every day. You have got an opportunity to serve spiritual master. Then he's there for you. Then you don't feel that you know missing something. You feel take it as a granted. But in that process, if you do offense, then if you lose that person, then you feel in separation, you understand. You know, these elements don't take it, these things which you are taking, which we are have getting, we have must have done so many things in our previous life. That's why we are getting an opportunity to hear, see the Lord. Just take an you ask a person who does not have eyes, what is meant to have eyes? Vision. Ask a person who does not have a legs, what it means to have our legs. Ask a person who does not have a hands, what it means to have a hands. Sometimes we should make a list of things that we are getting easily, but people are struggling to get that. Then you understand the value of things. Imagine a blind person, ask him to come and take a darshan, come and visit. For him, it is like just like a TV, blank. There is nothing, only black. But we got a vision. We should thank our eyes. You know that it is getting darshan. It is giving you darshan. Person who is having sight, or person who does not see the longer vision. In a survey, it is conducted people who are born after 90s to 2000. Almost all the kids are getting sight glasses. They cannot see far things because the things that they are getting, vitamins or proteins, they are not able to get that. That's why we should thank our body limbs sometimes. It is not a sentiment, it is a science. Even cancer is cured by that. Why cancer is getting, cancer is some cells which they protest, we will not work for you. Imagine protection. Some body cells, they will go for procession, or they will stop working. They think that all the body cells which are working for us in our body, suddenly if they stop some part of the cells, that is nothing but cancer. Then that people are done a research. If you thank, okay, keeping your heart, okay, your heart, and keeping hand on your heart, thinking, oh, you've been working all day and night for me, that's why I'm able to existence, that's why I'm able to do many things, thank you so much. When you thank, that the disease is gone. I'm not just saying, it is practically proven by some people. They have thanked the cells which are not working, and eventually they started working. Cancer cells, especially. And if you thank your limbs of the body, thank you. You've been sometimes when you get a fever, or when you get a headache or a body pain, at that time you should keep it a hand on it and say thank you that you have been working for a hard day and night, and eventually it will get cured. This is a science. This is not some sentimental thing. Sometimes you try it. It works. See, why I'm saying this point is that we should not take this world, whatever the gift which you are giving, which we are getting, as a granted. You know, we imagine with discussion of the happening. Just think that okay, you don't have a morning program. Each one would have get up his own timing. Getting up early in the morning is a healthy man sign. Then I mean, imagine like a person getting up 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 2 o'clock, or 10 o'clock. Health is would be spoiled. And after getting up, what is the first thought which comes? Oh, today what should I do? What work should I do? For devotees, oh, I must attend Mangalarati. And after Mangalarati, oh, chanting. After chanting, Guru Puja, Shingararati, Bhagavatam class, Prasadam. See, All these things is connected towards Krishna. Attending Mangalarti means whose Mangalarti? You are not attending somebody's Mangalarti. You are getting the opportunity to see the vision of the Lord. Correct? You are getting opportunity to please the Guru. Mangalarti, all the stanzas, first stanza is Samsara Dhava Nanali. You are thanking the Guru Maharaj. And first one is, miseries that all the miseries that are coming, but Guru by mercy is, keep, is washing away. First stanza. Second stanza is, it is giving the mercy of prasadam. And third stanza is giving the mercy of a love of Godhead. Chaturvidasi Bhagavat Prasado Sadhana Tripta Haribhakta Sangha. You are getting the mercy of prasadam. You are getting mercy of Radha Krishna pastime. And all these you get Yasya Prasada Bhagavat Prasada by the mercy of Guru. So, ordinary person, as soon as he gets up, he thinks of his family maintenance, he thinks of work, he thinks of his job, he thinks of his business, he thinks of his how to protect himself, he thinks of, oh, what should I work, oh, what will my boss say. But devotee is not like that. As soon as they get up, they think, oh, Mangalarti, oh, Guru Puja. Guru Puja is what? Offering thanks to the Guru Maharaj. And after that discussion, see how life is sublime for the devotees, whereas non devotees, they think as soon as they get up, oh, okay, I got up very late. Today I have submission of this project. All these things. But we should not take it as granted. And another thing is a familiarity is also chanting. Imagine you getting a fever. At that time, you understand what is, having prasadam. You are been starving from 2 to 3 days without having prasadam, without eating anything. At that time, you understand the value of food. When your stomach is not allowing anything, but your mind and your hungry to eat, but your stomach is not allowed. Your position, your identity is very fever, and you cannot eat anything. But your mind is starving, tongue is starving. At that time, you understand what is the value of sweets, what is the value of rice, dal, prasadam. So that's why we should not waste it. So in the text 32 and 33, here they are saying contrast. What is good, what is bad. Who is Supreme Lord? Supreme Lord is never disturbed by any creation and destruction of this universe. And what is ordinary human being? Is disturbed by anything. Or if it is so hot, oh, it is so hot. Little bit disturbance. I'm just giving a little example, small example, which are related. If it is too cold, oh, it is too cold. You know, and like that, it is giving a contrast. You understand only bad when there is good. You understand only good when there is a bad. You understand only healthy person when there is a sick person. Because that's why the Lord has created this duality in this material nature. If He doesn't have created, you don't understand the value of good. Everything is good, everybody is saintly, everybody is happily, lovingly doing service, everybody is cheerful, there's no sorrow, there's no distress. You don't understand the value of how, what is bad, what is evil, what is God. You don't understand. That's why in all the scriptures, Mahabharata, Ramayana, and Bhagavatam, you see main prominent stories are devotee and demonic person. Prahlad Maharaj and Hiranyakashipu. Correct? And Ram and Ravan. Sorry, like Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana and Pandavas. See, people who are evil and we are good. then only you understand what is the value of good. Then only you understand what is the value of saintly person. Though the Supreme Lord is one without a second, is never affected by the material reactions. So Lord is saying us also, you should also not get fear by these reactions. Not get afraid. Do not be disturbed. Lord is also giving in the Bhagavad Gita, you know, Apuramalam Achalam Pratishtam Samudram. So that verse, it says that the desires of from the mind is always like a wave, keeps coming. One should not get disturbed. He should be like a ocean. In the ocean, so many rivers get in merged. Oh, it is not crossing its line, or it is not overflowing, or in the summer there is no river flowing in the ocean, but still it is not getting disturbed or getting hung. Oh, there is no river coming. So that's why why these examples are given, because sometimes we getting praised, or sometimes we are getting you know somebody will say, oh, you are not good. Somebody will blaspheme, somebody will criticize. We should not be get disturbed. Lord is giving these examples. Person who is not getting disturbed by happiness and distress, he is eligible for the spiritual world. What is that sloka? Dehinosmin yadan dehe kaumaram yavanam jara tata dehantara prapte dhiras tatra namo yati. The person who is not disturbed by this birth, death, old age, and disease, changings of the body, he is eligible for the spiritual world. But because these are all the constant changes in his material nature, you know, and also constant flows of the modes of, you know, Lord is not getting changed by the material modes. Whereas ordinary person, nevertheless, he thinks that oh, Lord is covered by this. Sometimes people see that here, oh, Lord is get disturbed, but he is not disturbed like a ordinary human being. It is a past of pastimes. Due to the pastime, enhance the pastime, is Lord getting disturbed. For example, Lord is getting feared by Mother Yashoda. It is not ordinary fear. He is scared by Mother Yashoda seeing the whipping stick in her hand. But we think that oh, this is an ordinary. He's acting like a pastime. He's never because to enhance the pastime, to nourish the ordinary human beings, to understand them. That's why he's acting. Imagine the Lord is not getting feared when mother is chastising, and Lord is not getting chastised by her mother, or is not getting disturbed. There is no lila. There is no rasa. There is no that what you called. There is no fun in that pastime. The whole pastime is created in a such a way, orchestrated in a such a way that we should relate to our day-to-day life so that we can remember the Lord. If it is Lord is not getting feared by Mother Yashoda, or Lord is not, crying, he's being Supreme Lord, he's just seeing himself Lord, and Mother Yashoda is always worshipping, keeping him on the altar, Krishna. There is a question of pastime. When Lord shows his universal form to Mother Yashoda in his mouth, immediately he covers that. If he did not cover that Maya with his Mahamaya, immediately what Yashoda will do? Yashoda will think that this is not my son, this is Supreme Lord, and I should worship him. And she would have kept in our altar every day worshipping. And there is no pastime, finished. There is no relationship. The Lord is there here to establish a relationship with us so that loving exchange can be done. So here, but Lord is not affected by the modes of material nature. An ordinary person thinks that he is affected. So in this material world, we see that everything has its time, or everything is at it is duration. For example, a fruit, a apple, which is ripened, either it must be eaten or it will be rotten. You keep an apple here for 10 days. After 10th day, it is getting rotten because that is a nature. Your air, why this apple is getting rotten? Because of the different airs it is touching, and also which is getting heat, cold, and weather temperature is varies. That's why we are keeping everything in the cooler so that doesn't get rotten. This is a modern way of keeping things longer. But in usually olden times, whenever we want something, we used to get from market, immediately buy, cook, and offer, and done. Every day we get vegetables purchase, at least weekly ones, or weekly twice or thrice. But nowadays we have manifested artificial things that keep things longer. So, anyways, here that few things are given. One is fruit, and one is light. As soon as that you see thunder light, immediately it comes and goes, destroys. And like a clay pot, it is being destroyed by the hammer. So everything has its beginning, and end, and be in between maintenance. Even our body, we take birth, baby, we grow, we go into youth, and we stay for some time, and old age starts, disease starts, and body is diminished because his body is made up of five elements. So, in contrast to all this, Supreme Lord is awareness is never disturbed by anything. Only out of ignorance could, could one imagine him to be an ordinary person. So that's why Lord is saying, don't get feared, don't get afraid by changes of this material world. Be steady. Lord is giving you guidelines. Lord is giving you instructions how one should be. So that's why that's a reading scripture and every day doing things morning program, because it will create a subtle impression on your subtle body. Because as long as you are in this soul in there in this body, by your actions your next body is being created. When you have these strong impressions, when you do things that you are doing regularly, then your next body is created. Subtle subtle body is already getting a shape by your activity. That's like, this is not something, sentiment. This is not something foolish statement. This is, proven in the Bhagavatam. In the Bhagavatam, you see Jada Bharat Maharaj. It was, Bharat Maharaj. He he was thinking so strongly, so intensely of deer. He got the body of deer, but at the same time, he did not forget the mantras. He did not forget what he was doing. That means subtle body is created, which is spiritual. And in the next lifetime, in the deer lifetime, he was always going to the, what you call, rishis hermitage, where the rishis live, where the, people do sacrifice. There he was, the deer is following, the deer is going, naturally it is getting attracted towards the saintly persons, their activities. Whenever the sages do sacrifice, it used to go sit there. Whatever it is getting, first it used to smell, thinking that it is very, very good or bad. It is the deer is thinking whether it is offered or not. Then only it is have, because these are all the impression which is already got by previous lifetime practice, and then only it used to eat. Then after that, it got a human body, Jada Bharat. Then it get perfect. He got perfection. So these are all the things which we are doing regularly basis, which is we created a spiritual body. One time there is a story. One Buddhist monk, not Buddhist monk, Buddha was when he was in his ashram. Suddenly, a prostitute came and she told that you know, oh, she told you should come to my home and offer, you know, you should offer my, get my, you should come to my home and please accept my, hospitality. Then Buddha immediately said, yes, I will come. And he came. He also told his disciples, you should also come. No, no, they said, why we should go? Saintly person, sannyasis. We should not go to the prostitute place. Especially, sannyasis should not meet, go alone with any anybody's householders without their husband, only to meet the Mataji, only to meet a woman. You should go only when husband and family are there. You should not go alone. And you should not go alone when woman is there alone in the home. People think, oh, this person is, doing some affair with that woman. And they were some complaining, no, no, we should not go. But Buddha is saying that in this lifetime she is getting attracted to me. Why? Because in the last lifetime she was my disciple. He was my disciple, and he was in ashram. He was staying with us. He did some offense. Due to that offense, next this lifetime he became she as a prostitute. Since he was serving me in his last lifetime, and naturally he is getting attracted towards me in this lifetime, because there were many prostitutes in that city. Only why she is getting attracted? Because she was serving in the last lifetime. And why all the disciples should come? So these disciples were under him, under his guidance, just like he is looking after overall in charge. Maybe he did some offense, so he took birth as a prostitute in this lifetime, and she became a prostitute, and she's getting attracted towards me, so that her life is become perfected. So spiritual master can see the disciples last life, what he was, what he will be, and what in the future. So that's why the point is here that subtle body is creating every day. So that's why we should do the activities with a seriously, not casually. That's why familiarity does not breed contempt. So analogy is here. Anyways, coming to the point. So the things are being changed, and it is being not subjected to the same, subject to the material conditions. So these mortal beings are covered by the enlightenment of fruitive activities and the consequent of happiness and distress. But the Supreme Lord cannot be covered by what fact of his own expansion. So the point is here that Lord is giving here the verse is giving contrast between positive and negative, good and evil, and pious activities and impious activities, so that we can appreciate it more and take advantage of it. So that's why Narada is saying to Vasudeva, son of, so father of Krishna, you have supreme personality of Godhead with you, and why do you want to go something as which is very insignificant? We got similarly in Krishna consciousness, we got highest philosophy, highest things. If we are searching out for there, oh that ashram, oh that Swamiji is good, oh that mantra is good, oh this Swamiji is good. If you are going for that, which you think that this is ordinary, which is nothing, that means you are of number one fool. If you are going, we got highest philosophy in Krishna consciousness movement. Prabhupada has given, Acharyas are given. This is coming from bona fide Acharyas, Sampradaya. Thinking that this is not working, or we go somewhere else, some other thing. some Babaji is doing some miracle and doing that, then that means we are also in the same platform. That thinking that this is not a powerful element. Bhakti is powerful, but how much powerfully we are practicing that matters. Sometimes we say, oh, we are practicing so many years, all the anarthas are there. But how much intensely you are practicing, that depends on you. Correct? It is just an example. I am so much hungry, I should eat. When the time of eating, you just only eat one chapati. My hunger is not quenched, my hunger is not. That means you are eating very less. Similarly, that means your practicing bhakti is very low. But thing is that you should have utsaha, nichaya, dhairya, tat tat karma pravartana. Bhakti we should do with enthusiasm, faith, and determination. Then only it will work. Otherwise, oh, this Krishna consciousness movement is something what not working. I will leave this, I will practice something else. You can practice, but you are leaving the Ganges water which is available to you and going somewhere else thinking that water will purify. Okay, I just stop here. Let's see any discussions on this.
Thank you, Prabhu. As this class. So, one of the things you mentioned is how a person can actually put their hands on the part of their body that's diseased or has cancer, and they can actually just thank. You mentioned the process. So, when it comes to bhakti, Prabhupada says, or at least I've heard Prabhupada, that we hear health, sadhana, service.
Hmm.
Okay. So I was wondering if you could say a little bit about how much emphasis we put on health, because it seems to me that everyone should approach Ayurveda.
Hmm.
It's Veda. So every person, the whole world, the whole universe should get familiar with Ayurveda. But sometimes, well, I was just wondering what you.
Yeah, so the thing is that each person is different by nature. My body is different, your body is different, his body is different, his body is different. But one thing is, health is purpose of taking care of health is to do the service sadhana nicely. And also one should think that one should take the guidance according to the doctor, not according to one's own thing. That doctor will say that this is a good, this is good. Then there is no harm in trying different things, but at the same time, when what works for you, you should stick with that. Don't jump from okay. You should stick with that with the patience. You should have patience also. And if you don't have patience, nothing will stick to you. So that is the first thing. And second thing is that when you tried something, if it is working and if it is helping you to cure the disease, cure the illness, then follow. Following is very very important. Otherwise, if you don't follow that instructions, then it is as good as you know going some other things, because that's the thing. Yeah, this is all the basic science. What is works for you? Sometimes people, Srila Prabhupada says, when you have a disease, you should not feed anything. You should not eat anything. Like he says, when disease and guest comes, if you don't feed a guest, he will go away. When disease comes, if you don't feed him, it will also go away. But practical sense, how it works, you should work for you. Yeah. If you don't feed anything your body, naturally disease will be there for 2 days, 3 days, and will go away. That is there. We have antibiotics in our body, all the to cure if any disease comes. The body is made up a Lord is made as such a thing arrangement in our body. If any disease comes, automatically we have antibodies to fight with the disease. We should give them opportunity to fight. At some point, we should also take some medicines. If you are not giving opportunity to fight the disease, then naturally those antibodies will not fight. They will go rest. All the time they think that, oh, okay, this person is going to take some medicine, we will relax. Those antibodies will not work. Eventually they will go in silent mode. But you should give them opportunity to fight with that. There's a whole behind big science is there. We should go. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you so much. Grantaraj Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thai Gaur Premanande.